Oh, yeah. One opener, minute long.
Cap, you want to see me?
Oh, Ollie, yes. As the natural leader of the children, you are setting a horrible example.
Thanks. I'm that kind of guy.
In the whole universe, there is only one place where you and the children are safe, whether you like it or not, and that is in the garbage pail. Now, until I can find a spell that will get you back in there, you are all in grave danger.
We can take care of ourselves.
Maybe so. Nevertheless, I want you to swear on a solemn oath that you will stay out of trouble. Now, say after me. I, state your name,
I, alligator,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to obey Captain Mancini
to obey Cap Manzini.
and refrain from eating people's toes.
Ah! Shh. And to refrain from eating people's toes.
Hello and welcome to the worst movie ever made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind: to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Ackman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientists, Rob Scucci and Bob Hasek. Hey guys, how are you? And why did we do this?
Why did we do the Garbage Pail Kids Movie? Intellectual property generated by a gum company. I don't know. Topps Gum. Thank you. Topps Gum, not to be confused with the better film, Top Gun, and its sequel,
nice.
Top Gun Maverick, which honestly wouldn't be a bad idea for a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
But the Garbage Pail Kids movie is a good movie, not. So
It was not.
how are you, Bob? Do you want to explain and talk about this movie that you put on the poll, that won the poll, that we had subjected ourselves to because it won the poll?
I read that it was bad. I didn't see it, and now I've seen it, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I've sat through this. So yeah, sure, I'll explain it now that I've done that.
And we did the count. Well, I did the count and told you guys we are on season 18.
18.
New season means new bumpers. Using the champion bad movie clips from the last season, 17.
I totally forgot.
Which was
as
Hands.
Manos, the Hands of Fate, or Hands, the Hands of Fate as it translates. So, without further ado, here's Bob Explains.
Daddy, I'm scared. Where's my puppy?
Please, Debbie, not now.
Don't worry. Bob's going to tell you where that puppy is. And Bob Explains.
Okay.
All right.
Same riff.
Yep.
Bob explained. Crude creatures from collectible cards cause confusion.
Nice.
All
right. That's the
so much
alliteration
better at that
portion
than me.
of why are we doing this. And
Okay.
yeah, collectible cards is the through line. So follow me if you can, because this is a tough one. A magician, I guess, a magician who runs an antique store has a magic garbage can that somehow contains a handful of half-sized humanoid characters based on the Garbage Pail Kids trading cards, each having very specific set of gross-out characteristics. And by the way, they refer to humans as normies.
Yes, they do.
They absolutely do. And somehow they volunteer to make fashionable clothing for a boy who is relentlessly bullied. And did I mention that the boy is in love with a girl who is part of the bullying crowd, and she convinces him to run a sweatshop employing the Garbage Pail Kids. Nobody wins, everybody loses. The end.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
Couldn't agree more. So well said. All right, let's throw it over to YouTube.
You're the worst.
Comments are poopy.
He doesn't want you anymore. Now that I don't want you.
Okay. They got the assignment on this one, so like normally there's like very, very little mental disorder. It's mostly people just like saying it how it is, but being funny. So number one, now I am not scared of Chucky anymore. Number two, I could see why my father did drugs in the 80s. Number 3, this is scarier than watching
my
the Texas.
God.
This is scarier than watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 4, the puppets make me shit my pants. That is all. Number 5, one of them looks like Kyle's cousin from South Park. I'm back.
That's true. That's true.
Number 6, literally the greatest film ever made. Number 7, this is not a movie. Rather, it is just pure cinematic pain. Was it 8 now? Number 8, one cannot dispute the intellectual richness of this film, a towering cinematic achievement of the highest order. This is truly transcendent and inspired filmmaking for our time and all time. And then the final one, this is my favorite one I say for last. This movie is like if you cloned Danny DeVito 7 times, but each time you did it, each clone comes out worse and more deformed than the last, with an evil cast saved by the bell to serve as the villains.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it to test number 1, the worst of its kind.
We compare movie ratings so you don't have to. That way we can find out if this movie truly is the worst of its kind.
Oh, I really like that.
That's
Explain
good.
it. I like that. Now I don't know.
Torgo theme. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Torgo theme, yeah. Howard the Duck, Leah Thompson. Where can they find that one?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Click the button. That's actually one of our first video episodes that you can find on our YouTube channel. And if you go there, you should hit the bell and you should hit the subscribe thing and get the notification. And you should comment on it and you should talk to us.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers with Bob Hoskins. Oh, it has a 13, by the way. Super Mario Bros. I was just excited because this is Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. It's a 29. Rob, where could they find that?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. You just hit the buttons and you hit the bell and you hit the notifications and you subscribe and you engage with us on all of the platforms that we offer our show on.
Okay. Ernest Goes to School with Jim Varney. At 18. Hey, Rob, where can they find that?
They can find that at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Just click the buttons. There's stuff there. You can interact with it. And if you interact with it, we'll interact with you.
Awesome. All right, I'm done torturing you. That was an 18. Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Judith Hogue. A 42. That's the original live action one. I think I know why that's there. And then Star Wars Return of the Jedi for some reason. Probably the animatronics or whatever. Harrison Ford in 82. We didn't do that one, did we, Rob?
Return of the Jedi? No, we did The Emperor Strikes Back.
Oh, well, where can they find that?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com. That's one of our good movie episodes, and it's followed immediately by The Phantom Menace.
Yeah, so a 36.8 average. What did Garbage Pail Kids do?
5.
Good guess.
Oh, I know this one. It's less than 5.
Okay. It is. Rob, very good guess. A 0. For a negative 36.8 and worse, I thought it would be worse than that, but the movies around it are also very bad. No surprise there. Let's throw it to test number 2. Ain't that a pitch?
Sure is good to get away. Damn the rain.
Vacations are fun, but this one should be great.
Yeah, the gang's coming up for the weekend. What a blast.
Wow. Ain't that a pitch?
Nice. I like that.
You want me to start this one off?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Garbage Pail Kids was a total crapshoot that didn't pay off and didn't make loot. Awful props. Someone call the cops. I think that's Tarantino in the alligator suit.
All right. Bob, you want to go next? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right.
There once were some kids perceived as mutants who came to the rescue against a team of disputants. Bitch tried to make her own dress shop by forcing them to in a sweatshop while trying to drown the protagonist in pollutants.
We have very, very similar pitches, Bob. Let me show you why.
All right.
There once was a tale of flatulent midgets who were exploited to work in sweatshop conditions. A pretty bitch named Tangerine designed fashion and exploited a young boy to fuel her passion. Why the hell would Dodger ever want her digits?
Damn.
Oh, damn. That was so close. Man.
I feel like it's a Rob Bob team win.
Yeah. Rob Bob team win 5. I would say that's both 5s.
Yeah, 5. 5.
Rob Bob 5. You lose. Sorry, Chris.
Heard. Yeah, heard. Got it. Team win. 5-star team win. All right, great job, guys. Let's throw to test number 3, the most offensive.
I do not fear you, even though you beat me. Beat me again. Beat.
Oh,
dude, that went hard. That went too hard.
That was awesome.
I really
awesome.
dug that.
They've
Holy
all been
shit.
good so far. They've all been
Yeah.
good so far.
I really like this
with
season
this
so
batch.
far, yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, number 5.
Chris, I'm really curious on this one because I have like 5 mentions. Otherwise, I'm guessing you're gonna get to most of them, but like I could not hold myself back. Go for it.
I feel like there was so much offensive material that it was very difficult for me to squeeze out 5 like descending order bullshit ones.
Right.
So you've got to have there's definitely going to be like a 3B and a 2B that I'm not going to mention because I need them to get worse as they go. But I do have an honorable mention.
We'll see.
Here's an honorable mention. This is somewhere between 1 and 5. Keeping ugly kids in a garbage pail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care if
size
it's for
of it.
their own safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really fucked up. But here's number 5. Attempted murder / pipe logic combo from hell.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, they really tried to murder him. These teams.
They tried to murder him. Yes, they did.
Yes.
Yeah, they actually really did. Number 4. This is overworking the otherworldly for snizz-snazz. You guys both mentioned the sweatshop conditions already, but what's his face? Dodger is literally running a sweatshop so that he can get some snizz-snazz, which I'm not I'm not about it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think every character in this movie has a shitty moral compass, personally.
Completely irredeemable.
Pretty much everybody,
Completely.
yeah.
Number 3, Tangerine teasing this tiny teen.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
that's a good one.
She's running the Jolly Roger up his flagpole, so to speak. You know? But nothing ever comes of it because he's just a child and she knows that, and it's really fucked up, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate the whole idea, and I've got a name for it. Here's a little foreshadowing. Bob, you came up with the name of the type of film we had a couple of weeks ago, which was great. The actio dramedy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I coined one myself, but you won't get that until we hit the catch-all.
All right.
Okay.
Number 2 is chasing children for chump-change. This is literally how we're introduced to the kid. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
attempted
just
murder
overall,
is bad, but
it's well beyond bullying. Like, bullying is threatening to take the lunch money, maybe even taking lunch money if you're both kids.
Yeah.
But this is like...
This is violent robbery.
This is like tried as adult shit.
This is child abuse, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of my mentions, so I'll just skip that one.
Mm-hmm. All right, first clip of the day. This is the kind of the worst one. I don't know. It's also the funniest one of the most offensive mentions. So I wonder if Bob had this. I wonder if you would have thought of this one too, Rob. But this is Dragnet.
98, 99, 100. Hey, let go of me! Get away from me!
Whoops. Our mistake.
Whoops.
You shouldn't wear a mask unless it's Halloween, kid. No hard feelings, eh, kid?
Ugly.
Go suck a bro! Yeah.
State home for the ugly is what it says on that truck there.
Yes.
So these 2 faux police officers are going around with a giant butterfly net, catching ugly children
For their
and putting them
institution.
in cages. The stay home for the ugly.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this movie? Okay, Bob, I'm sure you have something you want to mention. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it? Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
I had 3 of those. Here's 2. Dodger was sniffing her in the antique shop.
Yes, he was. I forgot to make mention. That was oh god, I had that in the outline. I didn't write it. I didn't translate it over. It also happens in like Ernest Goes to School, I want to say.
And Frasier.
The band kid like sneaks a sniff of the girl in front of him. I had it written down, but damn.
There was another movie we did where someone sniffed somebody. I forget what it was, but there was another movie. It wasn't Ernest, because I wasn't here for Ernest.
Yeah.
I think, okay.
It's a pretty common trope at this point. The hair smelling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I get when my wife gets out of the shower, like her shampoo smells phenomenal. Like I get that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's different.
But it's my wife. Yeah, it's my wife.
Yeah.
You're not surrounded by a bunch of mutants in a sweatshop.
Speaking of Dodger and the girl, he was watching her in her bedroom from her window via the fire escape.
Yes, he absolutely was. That's true.
Yes, he was.
And I have a version of that in the catch-all, which is something offensive that I want to mention. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Rob, you want to say anything about the most offensive, or you want to say anything about your ad read?
Let's just do the ad read, because I think it's... I'm just going to blow all the catch-all stuff, but there's something that's offensive that I'm going to say for later. So let's do the ad read.
Hi, Billy Mays here for Mighty Putty. Hi, Billy Mays here for Mighty Mended. Hi, Billy Mays here for Mighty Shine. Hi, Billy Mays here with Sorbees. Hi, Billy Mays here with the Awesome Auger.
Rob's ad read.
Jesus, that's long.
Lots of like-minded
You know me.
Yeah, lots of like-minded thematic stuff though, because today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by the Worst Movie Ever Made archives. Do you hate yourself?
Wow.
Of course you do. Listen to our podcast and tell your friends about it to bring them down a couple pegs where you are to level the playing field. The Worst Movie Ever Made archives includes episodes like Troy, Battlefield Earth, Christmas with the Cranks, Battlefield Earth again, Your Hunter from the Future, The Crow but it's awesome, Gross Point Blank but it's awesome, Moonfall, Geostorm, that one with Pierce Brosnan talking about fish, that one with Tommy Lee Jones is like the one with Pierce Brosnan talking about fish but he's delegating loudly, Wild Wild West, and others. The Worst Movie Ever Made archives can be found at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. Click the buttons, smash those subscribe buttons, turn on those notifications, share with your friends, and help us make the world a worse place one shitty movie at a time. Thanks for listening.
Oh my God, Rob, that was beautiful.
New season,
make the world
new
a
us.
worse place.
Yeah,
that should be our slogan.
Yeah, one shitty movie at a time.
Because we are trying to expose all the shittiest, worst movies that are out there,
and we're becoming worse in the process.
Yeah, and we're becoming worse people.
158
I'm becoming a better
weeks,
manager.
Chris. 158 weeks, Chris.
Because I'm becoming a worse person.
158 weeks, Chris.
All right, let's go to test number 4, the worst dialogue.
Yeah.
The woman is all we want. The others must die. They all must die.
That's some really bad dialogue.
All right.
I love that we're keeping all these fucking rhythms, man. I'm so happy.
I love that one. I'm never giving that one up.
No,
that's
good.
a good one.
Oh, for some reason I thought we were on the worst production. All right, I was just like staring at Bob like. All right, number
5.
Yeah.
Wow, this is pretty.
Maybe we can just be friends. Maybe we can just do fun things together.
No thanks. I don't think you're pretty anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sock it to her, boy. She deserves it, dude.
Think of your most significant relationship, like before, like the one that you ended with marriage, and imagine breaking up in that fashion. Like, sorry, I don't think you're pretty anymore.
I don't think you're pretty anymore.
Bang!
Bang!
That's great. Yes, I agree.
It's so awesome because she totally deserves it. But they didn't mean it that way. You know, they didn't mean for it to be mean.
He meant she's ugly on the inside.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it just comes off so funny. I love that. All right, I can't wait for this. Number
4.
Ooh.
Whimsical.
Are they all mine? They all mine? Because
we gotta debut them. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. This is Rebuffed.
Funny people should call this junk, isn't it? When every single piece is a diary of the human spirit. Take this, for instance. To my darling Mary from Herbert. This is more than a book. It's a testimony to love.
And this?
Did the child who slept with this grow up to shake the world?
Tell me about this, Captain Manzini.
An early form of air conditioning. Also a tool of romance. It could beckon or rebuff.
Did you ever get beckoned?
Yes, I also got rebuffed. But like me, this is a relic from a simpler age, when good and bad was black and white. And a man could settle all his differences with one of these. Then some damn fool invented gunpowder, and a bigger damn fool split the atom. That's when I decided to leave mankind to its folly and retire here, into this world of memories.
Where to begin? I like how the kid is like, okay, well, tell me about this, like, fucking teddy bear. Like, make something interesting out of that. And he's like,
yeah.
Ooh, did the child that slept with this teddy bear grow up to shake the world? It was clearly made in, like, 1981. The teddy bear.
Yeah. It has the TY tag on it still.
Yeah, and this is another time. This is just more foreshadowing for the thing I said before, but I wrote more Child's Play about this one because this magician and his way of making merriment with the less mature makes me uncomfortable.
making merriment
with the less mature.
Less mature.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, made me uncomfortable pretty much the whole way through this one. All right. Here we go. Number 1.
Oh, sorry.
No.
1.
They're all 1.
Oh shit! Is number 3 number 1? 3. All right.
That was my bad. 3.
This is irresistible. What is happening?
Alone. Now, I know you hate the thought of going back into the pail. But believe me, it's for your own good. Dodger, bring that garbage pail closer. Now, children, I want you to close your eyes and concentrate. Now, this is your song played forward. However, when I play the piece backwards, you will be drawn irresistibly back into the garbage pail. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Close your eyes and concentrate.
Nice.
Why would they he's like, all right, close your eyes and focus.
I don't know.
And they're like, they obviously don't want to go back in the pail because they all sneak out when he plays the rhythm. But they're all like, oh yeah, we're all gonna go back into the. They can't decide whether or not these kids like are, like drawn to the pail or not.
Yeah,
like that's how I felt about it. And I think that was like the pail doesn't make any sense to me because it seems like a prison, and the kids don't want to go in it, but they seem like they know they should be in it, or something. I just don't fucking get it.
Can't
make
figure
no
it
sense.
out.
Yeah, it doesn't make any. They needed to work harder on the plot.
Yes,
and never is more obvious than they're number 3. But number 2.
There we go.
This is Pandora's Pain.
Have you ever heard of Pandora's box?
Never heard of Pandora.
Right, clear that stuff. According to legend, all the troubles in the world were once squeezed into one tiny little box.
Oh, you got it?
Along came this nosy little girl called Pandora, opened it up, let them all out.
I don't understand.
Think of this as Pandora's pail.
So is that the plot?
Yes.
Can we break? Can someone break that down for me? Should I try to? Should I attempt to break down the logic behind this movie?
No.
Okay, because there is none, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Pandora, a child comes across the the box that they put all of the world's problems into, which is like 8 ugly children. And she opens the box and unleashes this pain upon the world, and everyone like it passes into history and just becomes a saying.
Yeah.
Don't open the Pandora's box.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened, Chris.
Right, number 1.
There we go. Snare roll. You know what? Fuck it.
Just want to say, Bob, thank you so much. Thank you. That's going to.
I tried to roll my R's on 3, but apparently it got lost.
Oh, I found it. Wait,
Yeah.
1 second. Here. 1 second.
2,
What?
3.
3. like the Tootsie Roll owl.
You actually?
That was my inspiration. Yes, exactly.
Oh, really? No kidding. See,
was.
I thought Captain Manzini himself was your inspiration there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 1. This is evidence.
Hey, we're the Pepsi generation.
What do you guys get?
Hot dogs.
Chips and dips.
Cookies! Bubble gum!
Yeah, toasted hot dogs. Taste like toes.
You got a one-track mind.
I got a fast-track mind.
Hey, pass some mustard.
Pass the onions and garlic! Oh, no! Look at I'm sorry.
God bless you.
Allie, you ate my burger.
Say yours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Prove it.
I can't. You ate the evidence.
Yeah, tough toothpaste.
What's the matter?
My tummy hurts.
What did you eat?
Everything.
That'll do it, all right.
That is the movie we were subjected to this episode.
Like every voice was 80s urban, like basically as a theme, and it just didn't work. It came across at this point in our generation. It came across as racist and
pandering.
There's another ist I'm trying to think of. I can't think of what it is. Pandering might be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like they wanted us to get like Jersey Stoop from every character, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of Jersey Stoop people. No offense, Rob.
None taken.
No, I don't suppose that your family from New Jersey is a bunch of Stoop people, Stoop kids.
Nah, they moved to Connecticut once they hit adulthood.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move on from this now. What a giant Pepsi promotion! Like, no shame in their game, dude.
Well, that's what paid for the whole movie, so they had to do it.
Yeah.
That's typically how it works.
It's really ugly, though. Uglier than any character in this movie, in my estimation. But let's throw it to test number 5. This is the worst production.
Are you looking for an escape from the worst production?
Get me out of here.
There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon. There is no way out of here.
Nice. Nice.
Was that you?
Nice.
On the kit?
Yeah, I did everything in house this time around. I had time. I finally had time.
That was awesome.
Rob,
production.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Rob
go
outpaced
ahead.
me on drums a while ago, but man, it sounded fucking dirty.
Thanks.
That was awesome.
That's a compliment of the highest order because I can't do the fucking doubles like you can.
All right, maybe I got you there, but
you
you're
get the braps.
technically way more so than I am.
Nice.
Anyway.
All the love in here is too much to handle. Okay, so I considered this marketing mishap.
Marketing.
Yes.
I like it.
Now,
hey, how about
as
that?
Chris writes
how
that
in
down,
tune?
I will say a film company. I didn't write down the film company because I was exhausted by the research. Purchased
I
the
did.
rights. Okay, they purchased the rights to the Garbage Pail Kids movie. The Garbage Pail Kids. After wild popularity of the product and record sales of merchandise. And they started filming in April of that same year. Now, considering April is only the 4th month of the year, that means they had a script, maybe barely owned the rights to make something, and wrapped by June. They wrapped the filming 2 months later. Now, this rush is partially responsible for... Now, here's where the production comes in. The animation of the heads was bad. Like the heads of the Garbage Pail Kids. The effects team weren't finished with the heads, but they started to shoot the movie anyhow. Which
shit. Is that why it looks like the mouths are
exactly.
not with
Exactly. They basically rushing a production while something is popular has proved to be a bad idea year after year. Now think of the Emoji Movie. Now that was all animated, but still, like, emojis weren't exactly popular, but they were with a certain demographic, I guess. But like the Emoji Movie do well? No. And that was like the most recent iteration of this. So successful products don't necessarily make good media. Like if this was made nowadays, I don't even think it would go to physical media. I think it would go straight to Tubi and never hit a theater.
Yeah.
It'd be like the Hawk Tui Spit on That Thing movie. And it'd be done like 2 weeks from now.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
Anyway, marketing mishap. That was so in line with what we were just saying with the Pepsi marketing bullshit. All right, let's throw it to test number 6, the worst acting.
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
I am Michael. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Oh my God.
The acting just gets worse and worse in the worst acting.
I dig it.
Bob, you made me want to check out Manos again and see if there's anything worthwhile in there with that trailer you just made. Very effective. All right, let's shoot it to number 1. This is Creep.
Okay, Creep, gimme.
I don't have any money. If he ain't got money, he ain't got nothing.
You're running out of time, Creep.
No, please.
Little baby gonna cry? Wally.
Let go! Ow! Those are my kind of guys. Real psychos.
Stuff it, Clyde. Juice is mine.
Come here. Right here.
What are you doing?
Put him down.
What are you gonna do to me?
That's what he said to Captain Manzini, too.
Drop it.
Oh, no.
Thanks a lot, kid. We appreciate the donation.
What is that laugh? Oh my God. Everything about that was horrifying.
Yeah.
This happens like 3 minutes into the fucking movie or 4 minutes in or something.
Yeah.
And it sets the tone for the acting all the way through. I think Captain Manzini might have been the best. That doesn't mean that we don't talk about him a little bit. Let's throw it to number 2. God. God. This is The Ugly.
Besides that girl, what else is on your mind?
You.
Me?
Yeah, all you guys. I'm worried about what's gonna happen to you.
I wish I knew.
We're scared. Yeah. Scared our friends are gonna die.
Well, where are your friends now?
We don't know.
We just can't find them.
We think they might be locked up somewhere. In a really terrible place.
In the state home for the ugly.
The state home for the ugly. I can't believe people would make a place like that.
Neither did I. I'm ashamed to admit I never did try to find it. I didn't want to believe that such a place could actually exist.
Do you believe it now?
Oh, now, yes. I was quite happy to let life go rushing past my door, closing my eyes to things I didn't want to see. But when you care for somebody, that's it, that's fine. When you care for somebody, when you love them, that's enough, Ali. That brings responsibility.
Does this mean we're gonna find the place?
Settle up, partner. We're gonna find the home for the ugly.
This, by the way, he's like, I closed my doors to the idea that there's a state home for the ugly anywhere. It's like 2 blocks away. Run to it a number of times in this movie. It's like right down the fucking road.
You can see and smell the smoke from the gas chambers on a weekly basis.
Shit. Okay.
Who was the
let's
bad
throw it
actor in that?
What's up, Bob?
I thought all of the
that
voice
scene?
acting. I had to highlight all the voice acting for all the puppets.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay,
it's just
I'm holding off a fact for a certain bad actor, and I'll wait until I hear it.
Okay, it's the guy who did literally everyone's voice. The one guy.
No, that's
probably.
Not it.
Okay. Okay, let's throw it to number
3.
God, I love it so much. Thank you so much, Bob. This is Oh No.
Captain Mancini!
I think they've got the children.
Oh no! We gotta get him out of there!
Dodger, I think we might be too late.
Maybe! Well, we can still get the bad guys now. Go!
Oh!
Oh no!
That was the one.
Right.
That was the one.
Oh no!
Was it?
Dodger.
Yeah.
So that was Mackenzie Aston, brother of Sean Aston.
No,
Chris, you should know who Sean Aston is.
Of course I do. I'm a Lord of the Rings freak.
Yes, that was Sam from Lord of the Rings, and he was the son of John Aston, famously known for the TV version of The Addams Family as Gomez Addams.
How about that? Holy shit!
All the same family.
So talented they are.
Yes.
Yeah, except Mackenzie is not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for that, waiting for something to bring that fact out because it wasn't worth any salt in the catch-all. So I thought it was good for now.
Nice. But I'm glad you said that because you brought up Lord of the Rings, which I feel like we should be doing every episode. Speaking of Bob bringing things up, let's have him bring up 5 facts for us to discern which one is the lie in fact or no fact.
I know all the signs pointed this way, but there was so much Bob-foolery.
Okay, but I know we can't be wrong. Look, the sign pointed this way.
Fact or no fact?
Any other nectar gathering creature can create the same situation.
I hear it. I heard it the whole way through.
How many episodes it would take you guys to realize that I started it from like the first second of the bumper? But
Oh no, I heard it.
apparently just one.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's right there, smacking
All
on
right,
the
so-
center of the mix.
All right. That's
I was
probably the
born
trauma.
I was born in 76, and I did not. I collected Garbage Pail Kids as a kid, and didn't realize
Wow,
what a
okay.
damaging property it would be for a future podcast I would do as I was 47, almost 48 years old. So I'm going to call this Garbage Kid is what I was.
Okay.
That's what
Fair.
I'm calling the game. Now, we're looking for the facts. Out of 5 things, 1 of them is a lie, 4 of them are facts. Here we go. Mackenzie Aston and Katie Barbary, that was the girl who played the lead, were dating in real life, and they broke up in the middle of shooting. Okay, second one. This is the first ever movie to be based on a trading card series. Okay, third one. This was shut down halfway through filming due to being a non-union production. Okay, fourth one. This is the second movie with a character named Captain Manzini. And the fifth one, John Astin helped his son get this part after the success of Sean Astin in The Goonies. Okay, go for it.
I know my this is an immediate double down for me if we pick it.
So if they were dating in real life, then there's that much more venom when he says you're not pretty anymore, which is kind of funny. So I want that to be true. First ever movie to ever be based on a trading card series. Nah, because there's been movies about baseball. Next one. Shut down halfway through due to being non-union. I mean, that makes sense, because if they scrambled to get this thing jammed through production that quickly, I doubt they were up to code on a number of occasions. If they were willing to let their main protagonists not be finished being designed so they could rush this out to theaters, then I'd imagine that maybe a couple pieces of paperwork about labor and workers' rights didn't make it across a couple desks. Second movie with a character named Captain Manzini. I want to say that's true. John Astin helped other son get role after Goonies. Also believable because that's how nepotism works. I'm gonna say the trading card one is the lie. There's probably some like fantasy thing that was based off of a trading card series that I'm not thinking of. So I'm gonna say 2 is the lie.
Okay, so I'm going with 3. I felt so much conviction about it when I first chose it before you started talking, but now I feel less confident. Number one, because you didn't go with it. But I do feel like the speed at which they pushed it through production means that there couldn't have been a shutdown. Plus, the non-union production just feels like a nod to the non-union sweatshop sign that they had up in the basement. So I'm going to let Bob tell me that all of those clues that he Bob-foolery'd me into is how I lost this week on Fact or No Fact. Go ahead, Bob.
I think you did, because Mackenzie Astin and Katie Barbary were actually dating in real life, and they broke up during the middle of shooting.
That's so gross.
That was a fact. So you both got that right.
All right.
This was the first ever movie to be based on a trading card / sticker series.
Okay.
This was shut down halfway through filming due to being a non-union production.
Damn.
And
God, that was too
before this was a movie called My Mother the Car, which was starring a character named Captain Manzini.
My Mother the Car?
Yes.
Are we watching that in 2 weeks?
No, but it was 1965, and I'm not going to put us through that. But yes, John Astin was the opposite. He actually tried to convince his son to don't do Garbage Pail Kids the movie. And
Smart.
He showed him the script, and he said, seriously, don't do this movie. And he actually tried to get him out of the production. It was too late.
Was this Mackenzie Astin's first and last?
No, he was quite the actor. He worked in lots and lots of stuff.
No shit. Well,
Nothing
okay for
big.
him. Yeah.
Nothing big. Just stuff like TV shit and straight-to-video shit.
Nothing like 13 Academy Award, like winning.
Yes, nothing like a 3-time Academy Award nominee, Sean
Astin. Yeah.
Yeah.
For what movie series was that?
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Thank you. Yes, some of the best films ever made. The attention to detail. My God,
they were greatly made. Yes, I love them.
My God, amazing. Well, you should. I mean, that's your boy, Peter Jackson.
Yes.
All right, let's throw it to the catch-all.
All right.
Get back in the house, damn it.
My God, Mike, what happened?
We'll figure it out during
the catch-all.
All right.
Rob, if this is just like the music you're making at home, I want you to just fucking like send this kind of shit so I can just like jam out to it.
Well, here's the thing. These are all like riffs I've been kicking around that like aren't like good for full songs because I don't know where to take them, but like they work perfect for bumpers. So I was just going.
Yeah, why I feel like we go ahead, Bob.
No, I want like a bumper. Well, I'm gonna go cook some breakfast.
Yeah.
Like,
give me some prompts and I'll make you guys some theme music.
Fuck yeah, love that. But yeah, Rob, you make me want to like pick the sticks back up. You know what I'm saying?
Do it.
Or write you some country lyrics or something.
Do it.
No.
All right, let's throw it to the catch-all. This is me first or what?
Yeah, Chris, Bob, Rob.
Yes.
Just from my view, it's clockwise, starting with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually clockwise for me as well.
Oh, cool.
Same.
Nice.
Are they like a different species?
Yes.
And if so, do they have a home planet? Is this like an interdimensional thing?
Well,
is this like a Willy Wonka? Like he went there and he like brought back the Oompa Loompas from the.
It showed the garbage pail in space during the opening montage. It showed
yeah,
the garbage pail
in
space. Yeah, and they never addressed that.
But why?
Yeah.
It's been in Manzini's possession at least as long as we've known Manzini, and he makes it seem like it's been much longer than that. So I don't really understand it. They're aliens.
Yeah, I think.
But all of the problems of the world were smushed into Pandora's box.
Yeah.
And then what? They shot the garbage pail box into the atmosphere?
Yeah.
And I mean, they really put no fucking thought on this at all, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I'll say that this is related because these were trading cards, right? They didn't have any origin story.
Yeah.
So this movie didn't have an origin story like to begin with. So when they first optioned the movie, they originally considered it as a horror film with the creatures mutating from that ooze and becoming serial killers. And the director originally assigned to this movie would be the eventual design supervisor. Like he actually worked for the movie. He wasn't the director. And he ended up making movies Ghoulies. Actually, he already made Ghoulies and would end up making Reanimator, Hatchet, and other famous ultra violent horror movies.
Yeah.
And he was originally pegged as the producer for the director of this movie, and ended up being the design supervisor, whatever that means.
It would have been better.
Yeah,
I think.
And one of the Ghoulies actually made its way into the basement scenery of this movie.
Huh.
Oh, no kidding.
How about that?
Yeah. There were all kind of Easter eggs that I didn't mention. That's the last one I'm going to mention because the rest of them were very nerdy and specific, and I'm not going to mention them.
All right. You guys didn't by chance read the signs in the State Home for the Ugly, did you?
Oh, I
read
did.
Some of them, yeah.
So there's
too fat,
too hairy,
too skinny,
too hairy, too pale, too silly, too crippled.
Too silly. Yeah, too crippled. I did see that one.
Can I add two more?
Yeah, go for it.
Too short and too dark.
Too dark? No,
yes, that was it. It was in there. It's in my catch-all.
Oh shit, too dark.
And I didn't put it in my most offensive because I forgot.
There was also a too weird, which was a transsexual.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It was a guy wearing a bra. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Too short and too dark were in there.
All right.
Chris? I love how when Dodger convinces Tangerine to come into the magician's antique shop to sell her beads of one kind or another. Her friends just keep walking.
Yes.
You know, they're all hanging out and they just don't even say goodbye. They just keep walking. That was really funny.
They go to the next store.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
I thought this was the clunkiest and worst fight choreography in the antique shop.
Yeah.
Like when the bullies came in to beat up the kid.
bar.
Like it was the worst ever fight choreography put to film.
Okay, so to piggyback on that and not make it my own point, the basketball tricks in the fist fight I wrote was really funny. Because like nobody would stop to watch you dazzle them with a basketball when they're trying to punch.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just punch you. I would run right through the basketball and punch you.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Speaking of the bullying and the fighting, they tried drowning him in shit.
I mean, you're right. It's a less poetic way of putting it than what Bob and I were discussing earlier, but yeah.
Rivers of shit.
They tried drowning him in shit, yeah.
Your turn.
They did.
Okay, where was Captain during all this skirmish and in his own antique shop? He hadn't given the keys to the kid yet.
Yeah.
He's there somewhere.
Yeah.
And he hears trouble with the little kids that are escaping the pail, but he doesn't hear a fucking like tackling fist fight in his antique shop.
Yeah.
He's a magician, for God's sakes. He's got to have his wits about him, doesn't he? And he has no idea.
I would think so. Yeah.
Or he's just like in his office with the blinds just ever so slightly open as he's playing around watching these kids get physical with one another, because I've got my opinions about Captain Manzini, do I? And we'll get into that in a little while. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay.
Yes, you do, Yoda. Greaser Greg says, chicks is chicks. And that really should have belonged to Mr. Most Offensive, but I'm like, I ran out of shit to like compile.
I know.
And he said that when they referred to the fashionista type stuff. He said, chicks is chicks, man.
Chicks is chicks, man.
Greaser Greg.
Speaking of fashionista, I can't help but notice that when all the Garbage Pail Kids completely trash the fashion show, the next scene, Tangerine is just like, that went really well. As if like there had to have been like a scene that the director's there's got to be a director's cut of the Garbage Pail Kids movie where like they maybe did like a dance number or something. Like jazz
right. Or the uproar about the like small people that you ordered to run around in crazy clothing, like really to stir before social media. I don't even know.
Yeah. But yeah, that went well. Like they trashed the place. They showed up and like shit and boogered on everything, and then they're like, "Yeah, that went really well."
Yeah,
I think Macy's is going to give us an exclusive deal after that. That's all I got. Your turn.
Yeah.
All right. So you went over the names. I'm going to do the same. I'm doing basically the same thing. Only they're the names of the pipes. Do you guys remember what the pipes were labeled?
Oh yeah, I took a photo of it.
Oh,
Let's go through them.
So did I. What do you got, Bob? From memory? No photo.
No, I sent a group text. I forget. It was like zoo and.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. You did. I should have just referred to that, but I also took a screenshot. Toxic waste, city zoo, hot tub, primetime TV, dog pound, and CIA.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
FBI was in there too.
Oh, was it?
Somewhere. Somewhere.
All right, go ahead, Bob.
I thought, since when is a nerd, or should I say a caricature of a nerd, pissing their pants a funny thing? Like, that's not funny.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not. And I also don't feel like nerds piss their pants any more than other people do.
Yeah, I think the percentage of nerds and non, it's probably around, like, I think everybody at some point might piss their pants.
I did it once.
They're nerds. I've also done it once.
It's happened,
it was funny because I was like locked out of my house out of a 4th of July party.
That's exactly what happened to me.
And I walked from my parents' house, friend's house, a couple blocks over to like my house, and I forgot my key. And I just I had to piss so bad. I didn't think I can just go in the backyard and like pee in a bush, and I just pissed myself.
That's exactly what happened to me. I was panicking because I couldn't pee anywhere. So I just pissed in my pants instead of just pulling my wiener out in my backyard.
Whip it out.
Like one would have known.
Just whip your dick out. Captain Manzini would love that.
And then that was the most disappointed my mother's ever been in me. She comes home and my fucking Jankos are full of piss. I'm like, sorry, Ma. I didn't know what to do. She's like, why didn't you just pee in the bush? Like, that's a very valid point. I don't know. I was panicking. I couldn't get into the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal experience.
All right, Rob.
Yeah. Dodger is a fan of trickle down economics, I think, because he learned to be exploited as a child worker by Captain Mancini, and then he passes the buck down to the Garbage Pail Kids, and then it's all the more hilarious when he found out that like they were violating labor laws while making the movie. So like it's like full circle.
Wow, they broke the fourth wall in the most creative way.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
I thought that the suits that these small people are wearing just making the movie immediately invalid.
Yeah.
You mean the kids?
Yeah. As soon as I saw them, I was like, this will not be, absolutely, completely disagree with the direction of this movie.
Yeah.
I agree. And I'm going to jump right on that and say tailors, that was one of their skills. When one can fart really loud and one can like have a lot of boogers come out of her nose, but all of them can apparently
just so happens.
And it's modern enough to be hip. That's just insane.
Yeah, I felt like they had the you know, the Keebler elf magic, the cobbler elf.
Yeah.
You know, there's just something about you being non-human that makes you better than this at what we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Even though you don't know life outside of a garbage can, that you were held in captivity, presumably up to that point in time, with no light
by the
nurture,
captain who really likes children. Yes. Can't wait to open that pail back up. Whose ooze is that coming out of the pail? That's what I'm wondering. Who topped that thing off? I think I know.
Is that your catch-all?
Whose turn is it?
Sorry, I think it's Rob's turn. I'm just talking about Captain Manzini shoving all these children into a garbage pail and then pleasing himself over the top of it.
All right. One of the things this will be my last one, and just so happens that one of your abusers is the same thing, but I forget which one it is because I didn't label them, so I'm just gonna play both of them back to back really quick. So here's abuser number one.
I had an accident.
Come, boy.
That's when he's covered in shit, and then Captain Manzini wants to draw a bath for him.
Wants to make a bath for him, yes.
And then here's the next abuser.
Thank you for bolstering my point.
And here's the next abuser.
My God, it's Cousin Charlie.
That's the alligator looking at a stuffed alligator saying, "It's my cousin Charlie."
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yes. Was that the other? Because there was it was like 7 to 17, so I thought it was just like you forgot the one on the first. Because I think the next one.
Yeah. No.
That was it.
Those were perfect. Yeah. My abusers. There was like just a few.
There may have been another bath one, but I don't have it. But yeah, Manzini.
Yeah, there's a point where I probably already had Tarantino in my mind because the bath that's happening with the kid, his like foot is sticking out of the tub and is like poser.
Let me hose off my shit-covered apprentice and have a bunch of weird dolls look at him while I'm doing it.
It was so weird.
I'm gonna bow out there and I'll interject when necessary.
Okay, well I'll go. I have a lot more.
All right.
The gang intro trope. This is like the bad guy assortment, but it happens for all the ugly Muppets instead. Like, I'm Messy Tessie, and I make boogers, and I'm Windy Winston, and I fart really hard, and I'm like a nerd who pisses his pants, and it's just like very tropey.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say when the magician, I'm sorry, the great Manzini, or whatever his name was, and the boy, they parked their car in the middle of the street at the home for the ugly. Like they just like
they really did,
just, like, right in the middle of the street.
Yep,
that's the truth. The great Manzini says, "To be blessed with unusual features is an adventure."
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
He did say that.
I only have two more. All the obvious stunt doubles were really hard to watch. And I'll say this, at least based on the movie we watched last week, there were no boom mics in the shot. Because I saw a boom mic in, 2 weeks ago in The Glove. I saw a boom mic enter the shot.
Yeah,
but still, the stunt doubles were really bad. Like, every stunt double was so freaking obvious. And it was all the kid for the most part, Dodger. He had like most obvious stunt doubles.
Yeah.
It's a car ride from midday to night somehow to sell all of her wares at the club. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like, Dodger gets in her car midday, and then they're like at the club, and it's fucking midnight.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but that was a big one.
Yeah, that really. And then I wrote, "Boy gets Booby baffled."
What?
Because she so some girl's like, "What about the shirt you're wearing right now?" And she takes the shirt off, and she's got her like A cups out, in a little bra. And the Dodger's like, and like gets out of the car and backs up because he's like, I don't even know what to do about that. I can't even consider your boobs at the moment. I'm too young.
I don't know what those are.
And it just reinforces how gross their relationship is. I wanted to say the bad guy, his name is Juice, right?
Yeah.
He points a lot. Like, he gives directions by pointing.
He does. He definitely did, yes.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I thought it was funny, too. Like, he points and like gives direction to his goon and whatever. And all the while, Dodger is hiding in a duffel bag. He gets out of it, and now he's got to walk the distance of that midday to sundown.
12-hour drive on foot.
Walk. Yeah, he's got to walk that entire drive home.
Yeah.
Chris is really early in the movie compared to where I was going to finish. So let me give my last one. Why did Greaser Greg get his own separate credit at the end of the movie?
I didn't even notice that.
Like at the beginning of the credits, Greaser Greg got a credit, and then all the other Garbage Pail Kids got their credits lined up one by one. It was very bizarre.
I don't even know.
Voice actor.
Phil Fondacaro. Is he like a big name? Did he have star power? Phil Fonda.
You know, Phil.
I don't think so.
By the way, no greaser's name is Greg. I'm sorry, but it's not like a traditional Italian name.
Maybe like Skip.
Maybe. Greaser Skip. Fuck, where was I? All right, so the bad guy drives a convertible with Tangerine juice and Tangerine. Ew. Their name Tangerine juice?
What have we said about low budget movies? A convertible is
easier to shoot. Yeah.
Yes.
But the guy in the van is Juice that gets run over. Like, I don't know. In the movie, it's about a minute and a half later. It's 20 minutes movie time. Yeah. He drove off with Tangerine in a convertible. He gets run over, and the Juice is squeezed into this little van as it gets run over by a Pepsi truck, which would never have a Pepsi truck hitting another van. Would never produce a fucking monster truck.
Oh, a flat
pancake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's the driver. Why? How? What the fuck? All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'll go faster. I swear. Who is this movie for? I thought this might be Bob's production. I don't understand. Is this for kids? Is this for teenagers? Is this for adults?
It's for accountants to write off impairment charges so they could pad their books.
Suppose. The dude, the kid, Dodger, just walks right into Tangerine's house.
Yep.
This is what I was before. He sees her, walks right in, doesn't say a fucking word to nobody. He just her door's unlocked. I'm going in. Okay, Bob, you said actio dramedy, right? That's nice. This one, Pedo-film-ia. This is Pedo-film-ia on screen for you to watch. We're going to, Dodger is the sexual tool of this movie, and I don't know why. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. He's 14 years old at best, and we're watching his feet. We're watching Manzini pat him on the shoulder with his repuffing or his, interest in this fucking 14-year-old. It makes me want to kill myself. I hated every second of this movie. But most of the time, I was just disgusted by the potential molestation happening between Manzini and Dodger, the less mature. Go ahead, Rob.
To answer your previous question, this movie's for the Hollywood elite.
Yes. as they say, yes, we are all victims.
You know who Greaser Greg's voiceover actually was? It was Jeffrey Epstein. This had to change his name.
Yeah. To the other guy whose tab I just closed out and forgot his name.
Yeah, Phil something.
Yeah.
All right, I wrote non-union sweatshop. We already talked about that. Worst song ever made? They're when we get stuff done when we work together song was really bad.
That won a Razzie Award for worst song.
Nice.
It should have. Black and white film and a film again. So they're at the movie theaters and it's black and white, of course. This is the thing I keep pointing out. Every movie we watch that has a movie or a TV show happening inside of it, it's always black and white.
Royalty free.
Almost always.
Yeah.
I want to say that it's one part public domain and one part color versus black and white background. Color foreground, right? Black and white background,
Book on the Piano, when he's trying to reverse engineer the thing so the kids have to go back into the pail and serve another 100-year prison sentence or whatever. The book says really black magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kids playing dribble. They're just out in the street dribbling and not shooting. Hey, Rob, I wondered what you thought of the tickle nose nudge. That's a new move for me. Tangerine's literally rubs her nipple with her finger and then touches his nose with it to keep him interested. You smelled my hair, I'll let you smell my nipples next if you still make it close.
By proxy.
Captain Manzini never has customers. Not once. No one's interested in his antiques. Not at all.
He did mention that earlier in the movie. I want to say he said like he sold one thing last month and like one thing more the week after. It was the same person, the same
It's a
thing.
front for his other operation that is not mentioned in the film. Yes.
For
trafficking.
Yes,
the trafficking
children,
of them
yes.
specifically. Yes.
Yeah, but somehow his prime candidate keeps dodging his advances.
Yep.
So they go to the front. So Mancini goes to the front door, and it's 3 teenagers, like all buff and ready to go. He's like, "Ooh, very excited!" The door, and they they hit a fucking knockout spray. They just go, and then he passes out. What the fuck was that? What hit him with? Yeah. Those were like Cosby Drops spray form.
He should have had those for them. Yeah.
Honestly, they turned the tables on him. They probably got the product from a geek shop when they escaped narrowly or something like that. Where does she plan to get clothes after the uglies get got?
I don't know.
And then 2 more. Dodger jumped the juice and jammed his jowls. Which I didn't see coming. And then lastly, Tangerine says, "I'm sorry." I say, "Fuck you, piece of shit, you fucking cunt. Fuck her. She is the worst person ever." She's like apologizing at the end. I'm like, fuck you. No way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I've talked a lot.
Happy with the way that worked out, yeah.
No, it was awful. I've talked too much. Let's throw it to what we're watching, and we'll throw it to Bob first.
The best opinions about things to watch are definitely
Mine, do you hear?
Nice.
That made sense.
That's apropos because I watched I'm not known as a modern film guy, but Denis, I'm gonna do my best to pronounce this. Denis Villeneuve, who made the 2 Dune movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Made 2 movies earlier. Well, he made a movie earlier that I didn't like called Prisoners. I didn't like it. But then I watched Enemy from 2013 with Jake Gyllenhaal, and that was pretty much the only person in it that was worth mentioning. And it dealt with identity, anxiety, and what's real and what's not real, what's fiction. And I loved it enough to give the director another shot. And I like I said, I didn't like Prisoners at all. And Sicario was the next one I watched from 2015. It had Benicio del Toro.
I heard it was good.
And Josh Brolin, and it was great. It was great, and it was a movie about the drug cartels from Mexico and the FBI's involvement. And you just have to see it. It like I don't want to give away more than that. It's other than that, it's a great movie. It's paced well. It has action. It has drama. It has dialogue. It has great cinematography and direction. Yes, it was just well done. If you like Dune, I think you'll like Sicario. Enemy was well done, although after you watch it, you're probably going to want to look up some stuff about it because it was not... Unless you're like super philosophical and know like everything about everything, you're not going to know what the purpose was of Enemy. But Sicario was just a story. It was just a great story, and you'll like it. And I actually only finished it an hour and a half ago, and I loved it. That's how much I wanted to talk about it. So yeah, that's me.
Definitely gonna check that out. I'm a Del Toro guy, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I've had like an a la carte kind of week. You ever like have apprehensions about getting back into a series you've watched? And so you pick a couple of the prime nugs from the lineup and go like,
yeah, because if I stop watching it, it means I don't like it.
No, I mean like, it's something I watched the entire run of, and then I'm like, do I want to rewatch it?
No.
All right, so I've been doing that with Better Call Saul and like the Breaking Bad universe as a whole. I just watched the Fly episode.
Get it. Yeah, I like the Fly episode a lot.
Yeah,
that was a one-off though. That was like an X-Files episode.
It's a bottle episode that's very revealing about the rest of what's going on because you learn about Walt's neurosis. But Better Call Saul, which I think is a superior series, and had a longer run.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna get back into it. I've been watching like a couple standalone episodes, like Chicanery and one of the Gene Takovich episodes from season 6 when like Saul's like it's post Breaking Bad, but it's black and white, and like Saul's like, basically managing a Cinnabon after everything that takes place under assumed identity.
Okay.
And I'm think I'm gonna get back into that. But aside from that, I've been watching Real Monsters with Bowie, my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Because all the Nicktoons are on Paramount, and they're pretty good. And Real Monsters is one of the good ones from my childhood that I really fondly remember. And then Nicolas Cage is the Weatherman. Have you seen that? Have you heard about that?
I have heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Michael Caine, Nicolas Cage.
It's okay.
I like that one.
I like
at the best.
Caine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically he's like a anchor man, or like a weatherman, as the title suggests, who's like dealing with the fallout of like a nasty divorce, and his father's dying, and he's having a midlife crisis, and he's not actually a meteorologist, so like whenever he gives him the Spritz Nipper, his name's Dave Spritz, which is like the Spritz Nipper is the coldest day of the week, and like because he's not the meteorologist, he's just reading the prompter. Whenever he's wrong, people just like, throw fast food at him when he's like walking around, just trying to like live his life. Right. And it's like depressing but funny. It's a dramedy. It's I like it a lot. It's a more subdued Nicolas Cage, but he does call the guy that's dating his wife a dildo to Michael Caine's horror, and it's just so fucking funny to me. So yeah, that's where I've been at mentally.
Nice.
So your turn.
Cool. I've been watching World Rap Championships 2007. This is 2-on-2 YouTube videos of just freestyle battling, insulting each other. And I don't know why, but I've delved so deeply. I'm in the like Atlanta division right now, which is just a bunch of hot trash of people like. But it's so cringy and interesting, like how these people like just based on the fact that what they say at the end of each sentence rhymes. Somehow makes like a good rapper and like a gangster and like I don't know, there's something like super cringy about rhyming schemes being the thing that means that you are like able to shoot one person better than the other person.
Yeah.
Or skeet on their girlfriend better than the other person just because you rhyme better, which is like what you do if you're Dr. Seuss. So like I don't really understand how that happened in America, but something about being able to rhyme really well means that you're like more member of the street than the other person, and I watch them flaunt that and cringe to myself. But some people are better at it than others. I believe them more, and I don't want to mess with them. Have you guys seen Limitless with Robert De Niro and Bradley Cooper?
When it first 2011, right? I think I saw it when I was like just graduated college. But I
just watched it again for the second time, and it's not bad. It's like a 78, I would say, or an 82, somewhere in the range. The thing is, like, they do a good job of like pretending they know what like a really good performance-enhancing drug would do to your brain. Like, you don't really have those where it just makes your brain better at braining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is like sometimes when I take a gummy or something, I feel like my brain is working at a higher capacity than otherwise. But you know what that is that I have attention deficit disorder, and I'm able to focus when I'm actually able to focus when I take a gummy. So what other people experience is just what I'm like thinking is me being smart, just like everyone else's day to day because they can pay attention. And I can't. But this is like that. This is like that on crack or on cocaine or whatever because it's like actually making you smart. So that's okay, but yeah, check that movie out. It's I would suggest it. I guess it's kind of a fun ride. It's not the best movie. It's it's not shot or scripted or anything in a way that's really going to stand out to you, but the premise is fun and they do a pretty good job of delivering it with a little tension. So if you want to see something fun, check out Limitless with Cooper and De Niro. now that we're through that, let's throw it to the new style bumper / bad credit names that I'm going to do for the season, and we'll see if it works.
Herb Dow, Stag Summers, Chester Grimes, and Michael L. Glasscock.
There you go. Those
So
are
every week
the
that's
names.
it?
Every
Okay,
week I
Glasscock.
plan on using that same music and just delivering your bad credit names that way.
That was great.
So look forward to that. Yeah. All right, let's start with the movie comparison.
But, Master, you have 6 wives. Why can't I have one for myself?
Because it is.
Time to compare to Booby.
Right.
Should we do the offensive minigame? Is that like a bumper that we have that we didn't use?
Yeah, technically.
If you're doing something offensive, we're just going to ask you.
Well, whatever it is you're not doing, don't do it somewhere else.
Don't do it.
This is the offensive minigame.
Oh, yeah. I
Nice.
forgot there's nothing to compare
Love
the
that.
season, and there's no mini game yet.
Yeah.
So, that's
exactly.
all right.
Always.
All right.
a
So
burden.
there's also nothing to compare it to. So let's go over the results. Worst of its kind, negative 36.8.
Yep.
That's, worst of its kind. I mean, that's a good score.
It's
I'm not
promising,
sure.
yeah. It's going to go a long way.
Yeah.
The pitch was a team win, a 5-star.
Yep.
Offensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big team win there. Great job. guys.
Really offensive. Yeah.
Very offensive. Extremely, almost. Dialogue.
Shitty.
Shitty
Yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Really shitty, yeah.
Production marketing mishap.
Yep.
Yeah, misguided.
Misguided marketing mishap.
There it is.
How about demerits? Pedophilia?
Pedophilia.
I was
Yeah.
thinking the costumes.
Yeah.
Like, what do you call that? The
Yeah.
puppetry.
Yeah. Costume design, puppet design.
That's very specific for this movie, but still.
It's still like
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah, but bad puppet
It didn't
design in
fit anywhere else.
bad puppet design in like this is like Ridley Scott dressing Napoleon up as like John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever. It's like they fucking missed it,
Yeah.
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 All right. Worst of its kind so far this season is obviously the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Yes.
That is the worst of the season. We'll see if next week we can beat that out with Malibu Express. Under Bob winner.
Yes. That's
Okay.
only because Hard Ticket to Hawaii was the follow-up to this movie. And
Wow,
I
I
want to
can't
see how
wait.
bad it really is.
All right.
Get
Fair
the
enough.
tip scope out. Get those
Scope out.
get the tit scope, engaged in this one. We gotta like
Yes.
teeter totter all of the
Tit-scope engaged.
toggles.
Scope engaged.
I
Yes.
feel like it's going to be on overdrive.
Yeah.
I think so. We might have to break it again in Malibu Express, but I'm okay with that. Rob, why don't you plug us and then we'll throw it to Bob for his last word.
Yeah, just rewind the episode and listen to all the other countless times I plugged. But www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. You can just use the RSS feed on whatever podcast app you want to use. We're on the big ones. YouTube, email, TikTok, Instagram, trailers, polls, the mystique, the mystery, the friends become enemies, enemies become friends. Theworstmovieevermade.com. Thank you.
Help us make the world a worse place.
Yes.
I'm going to say last word is Dr. Manzini.
Dr. Manzini, the wiggly fingering child touching man.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of anything worse than that.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. See you next week.
The garbage pail impregnator, Dr. Mancini.
All right. I'm not trying to be rude, but now I have to piss. So the second this music stops, I am gonna jet, and then I will text the group chat when things are up, and we can share it at www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
TV time for Rob. Bye, Jelly School. Love you, Jelly School.
No, we're going to give Jelly School a proper send-off. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, we got cool. Yeah. Bye, Jelly School.
Bye, Jelly School. Bye, fellas.
All right.
I'll see you guys.
See you guys.